Is she done?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been sick for a couple days. Oh my, wow. Oh my goodness.
That was the thing. There's a pretty little one right
Let's go
there.
check this out.
A little bit more protected, you know?
Yeah. Look how beautiful this is. There's not another person for miles. Okay. Shelly's putting up our quarantine flag, which is when you come into another country, you fly this yellow quarantine flag. And then when you pull into a marina that has the immigration and customs, one person gets off the boat and goes there with everybody's passports and all the paperwork and checks them in. And then when that person gets back, then you pull down your yellow courtesy flag and you put up your Bahamian flag or whatever country you're in. So we are in quarantine until one of us or both, I guess it's just going to be one of us. So probably Shelly, maybe. She did it last time. I might do it this time. And go get us checked in. And then we'll all be good to go. What do you think? Ready? You excited? Just a couple miles to go. You could be a quarantine flag. Bank, and you go from that deep water into that crystal blue water. It's phenomenal. You can see that distinct line as you're coming across. It's such a pretty place. But last time we talked to you, we were in No Name Harbor in Key Biscayne in Florida, and since then, boy, time really goes by fast.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
I know.
We were talking about getting a video out, and we're like, oh my gosh, and we started thinking about everything we've done just in the last couple of weeks. Like, oh wow, we're gonna have to split this video up into 2 or 3. So anyway, so we left there and we went to North Bimini, and this time we stayed at
the Big Game Club and checked into customs and immigration. And spent the night there.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to report from there. We just spent one night. We got there around noon, and we spent the rest of the afternoon going to customs and immigration, getting checked off, and went to bed early and got up the next day. We went around the corner. If any of you guys have taken a cruise ship over to
Great Stirrup
Key, the little cruise ship island there, we anchored just right on the south side of that pier. And we were looking at the cruise ship, and we left bright and early at sunup. We went around the cruise ship, around the little private island there, and we dropped down south. We didn't really get a chance to sail much from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. We were straight into the wind.
Yeah.
But when we left Bimini, we got to do some sailing to Great Harbor, to the Berries.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Mm-hmm. We had a good crossing.
And we've caught some fish. So I know some people have probably seen our pictures, but we got some mahi, got some barracuda.
One mahi.
Well, and we ate it.
Yeah, and we ate it. Yeah, and we didn't know. I guess you're not supposed to fish on your way in because I posted it, and some guy put it on there. Hey, you're not supposed to catch on the way in. So we had it.
But I don't really know if that's a fact or not.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we got to Great Harbor and ordered our bread from Coulee Mays. So it's a restaurant that you can either go eat at. She makes fresh baked bread, and she also provides all the school lunches. We found out to the island there.
Yeah, there's such great people there at that marina.
Yeah.
The rate's cheap, and if you need anything from town, they'll go get it, whatever you need.
Yeah.
And we rented a car, and we drove the entire
Did.
island out. Took just an hour or two.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, and we met some friends, and we all loaded up in it, and we went to eat at the Hammerheads. The weirdest part about driving on this side of the road isn't the driving part. It's that your turn signal is on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, and I keep flipping the windshield wipers on to turn my turn signal on because it's on the left, what we're used to. Everything's opposite.
Did you bring your...
You guys doing okay back there?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a little DJI
That's
camera.
really cool.
And it was all right, you know. We went to eat at the beach club.
Yeah, the beach club, we went there for breakfast.
And
It was really
it was a
good.
much nicer place. We felt like the food was really good. The breakfast was really good. And
So we met some good friends there, and we also waited out Nicole.
yeah.
It crossed right over just north of where we were at.
Yeah.
So we were in a good, safe harbor, and I mean, really, it was nothing.
Well, I got to tell you though, up until about 2 or 3 days before it crossed over, well, we thought it was coming right at us.
Yeah, yeah.
The prediction was
like
right
it
over
was-
the top of us.
yeah.
It ended up going about, I think about 70 miles north of us, and we didn't get too bad. We had,
Wind and rain.
we took everything down. We took all the canvas and
Yeah.
everything down.
All right, so another good thing we did is we went to through Shark Creek again.
We did. So we are, if you watched some of our last videos when we were in Bahamas, one of the first things we did was we went to a place called Shark Creek. It's a little, probably a 1.5 mile long mangrove cut through the island, and we'll get another video of it. And we've got 2 other boaters going with us. They've been at this marina with us, waiting out this
Hurricane Nicole.
Hurricane Nicole. It's all gone.
We're at Great Harbor Cay Marina.
The tide, Shark Creek, you have to go through right before high tide, and on the other end of it is this perfect little secluded beach. But you have to get in there and have your fun and get back out before the tide drops too much because it's only a couple feet deep.
Yeah, the dinghies don't make it.
Yeah, so it's about 7:30 in the morning. The high tide down here all week has been right at sunset and right at sunrise. And this is our first opportunity to go due to the weather and the later the tide. You see we got our dogs with us. Hey Mo. Hey Joe.
We left little Mia. She's at home in the air con.
She doesn't know what she's missing though.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Yeah. And 2 other couples went with us.
Yes.
And they...
One other couple made it through.
Yeah, one of them practically lives there, and he's never done it. But his boat was too big. He got in there, and I never did find out if he backed out or if he got turned around.
He said he turned
He had a
around.
big dinghy,
Yeah.
and we should have warned him. But it's a really neat thing to do. The only thing is you have to go in at a rising tide, almost high tide, because at low tide you're going to get stuck in there.
Yeah, and
We
you
know
don't
some
want to
people
be
that did
stuck
that, and they had to walk back to the trails. And so yeah, we did that, and the dogs went with us, and we did a little swimming on the other side, and had a really good time.
Yeah, Molly and JoJo always enjoy looking out for the turtles and the fish and the stingrays.
The manatees that come up at Great Harbor, but there's a family of 3, big dude, a big. I guess mom and dad are both really big, and the baby's
That's
pretty good
amazing.
size too. But they like fresh water. So if you're standing out on the dock and they come in there, and they come in all the time, you turn the water hose on, just let it run into the water, and they'll hear it, and they'll come over there, and they'll roll over on their backs,
Yeah.
and they'll open their mouth, and you just pour that fresh water right into their mouth, and you can do it for about, I don't know, God, they can hold gallons.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know.
Yeah. So we had a good time at Great Harbor. We stayed there a little longer than we wanted to. What did we stay there about?
10 nights.
Was it 10 nights?
Yes, because of Nicole.
Because of Nicole. And the last time we stayed there, when we left, we really got beat up out there, and we didn't want that to happen again. So we left there and we went down to Hawkman's Key, and the first thing we see is some sharks underneath the boat. Now I know I posted a picture of it, and people says, you know, that's a harmless.
It's an earth shark.
Yeah, you know, a shark to me right now, a shark's a shark. I couldn't tell you one from another, especially when they're down there about 10 or 15 feet deep. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell.
But
you're not going to get in the water with him down there, regardless.
Well, I wouldn't say, oh, look, there's a nurse shark. I think I'll go swimming.
Yeah, exactly. So Molly and I were swimming, and I think Shelly saw it, and we got out, and of course Molly's trying to jump in there with it. So we did that, and then we left there, and we went to a place called. No, let's back up. So we get there, and we see the sharks, and then we do the blue hole. And we kind of decided we weren't going to jump this time because it was kind of cloudy and overcast, and it's kind of a dreary day. Not that we were afraid to jump or anything. We just weren't feeling it. But we did go up there, and Molly and I got in the water and swam around a little bit.
Yeah, Joe got in a little bit. I got in a little bit, but Joe didn't really want to swim, so I couldn't really get in and swim because she was trying to get back up on.
It's such a beautiful place.
So it was fun.
When you walk up that trail and you come off that cliff and you look down there at that blue hole, it's like, oh my gosh, this place is fun.
Yeah, and it was a lot bigger than I remember.
Yeah.
The blue hole.
Yeah.
I thought it was smaller than that.
The cliff is a lot taller than what I remember.
Is that why you didn't?
We're going to try to get back there in a few days, in a week or so. We're going to, well, maybe not in a week or so, but maybe we'll get back up there soon. So then we did that, and then we went down to a place called Cabbage Key, and there is a restaurant there called Flo's. They weren't open. They if we had called the night before, look, there's a dolphin or something right there. If we had called the night before, he would have set some food out and could have cooked for us, but he wasn't expecting anybody.
Yeah, and it was fine.
He wasn't going to be open.
No.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful place. There's a beach there. It's in this video. I'll show it to you. It's just one of the prettiest beaches. It's the video that's at the beginning of this video. It's the Yeah, and another thing that happened while we were at Hawkins Key is Joe got sick, and she was sick. She was throwing up and had diarrhea simultaneously.
It was really.
We were
sad.
really worried. We thought we were going to have to break up and go to Nassau.
I thought she was going to die. I did, but she recovered.
Yeah. So what happens is at Great Harbor, they have like a cookout every Friday.
They have a grill and chill
every Friday night, and they make chicken and ribs. Yeah. And the entire place, there's chicken bones and rib bones everywhere, and you can't keep her from eating them. You can try, but she's so persistent, and she's so quick at finding them and getting them. You turn around and you look over there, and she's swallowing a rib bone. Yeah. So we think she got into something like that. Yeah. But so then
this is our new little friend, little Mia here.
She's a pill.
She is having.
Just a video of her on the beach.
Yeah, she's having a blast. I'm glad we brought her. She's like, "Why'd you wake me up?"
Yeah.
But she's a good little beach mate.
Yeah.
She likes it, and she doesn't really want to be around other people's dogs.
No.
She thinks she's like the big dog, but
yeah, she's got a side of her that I've never seen before. She gets like aggressive, and she's just always a little laid back, shy, bashful dog. Look at her, boy. When she sees another dog, she goes out of her mind.
Yeah, I think she's
scares
protecting
people.
Or whatever. But anyway, Mia says hi. Key, and we went on into to Nassau, and we stayed at West Bay.
Yeah,
for a night.
Right, we anchored out the first night.
And that was really pretty, really good anchorage, I thought.
Yeah, I recommend if you're going to go there and you don't want to go stay in the marina, stay in the West End. It was a good spot.
A lot of high dollar homes around there.
We left there and we went to Nassau Harbor Club Marina.
Right.
And we stayed there 2 nights. We thought we were going to stay 4 or 5 because the wind was supposed to pick up, but it never did. It went away. We got up that second morning and it looked perfect. Not expecting to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we went and paid our bill right when they opened at 7:30. And by 8 o'clock we were on our way.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda. So we went to the grocery store and we
spent a lot of money.
$1,400.
It was not that much.
How much? Well,
under 1,000.
Was it under 1,000?
Yeah.
We spent a lot. We made several trips. She made several trips. I made one. And then we changed the engine oil in our generator and got that done.
Yes.
We still need to do our main engines, but so it was a productive little stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot done.
Yeah.
We're having a good time, and we miss everybody. Can't believe we're gonna have Thanksgiving coming up, and we're not gonna be in Oklahoma to eat with our family.
Yeah.
But
but
we do have people. We do have some of our kids that are coming for around Christmas time, so. That should be fun.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's Thanksgiving. We were watching the OU-OSU game the other day, and we're like, I can't believe season's already over.
Yeah.
It seems like they just played their first game. We've been so busy. So let's talk about...
That's it.
No.
Oh.
Let's talk about any surprises or anything that you've experienced that you might want to share. Anything funny or anything? Have you been thinking about anything? I'll tell you something that happens. What?
Oh, I tell you, Dwight was a sucker because there's a guy at the marina at Great Harbor Cay, and he goes, "Hey man, can I talk to you for a minute?" And Dwight went over there and he said he hadn't eaten all day, and he said it'd be about $12 to go get himself something to
beans
eat.
and rice. And I said, "Well, I got beans and rice."
Dwight was like, "We'll make you some food," and he goes, "No man, I just want to go to the store." And I'm thinking. He came home and told me this sad story, and I was like, Dwight, man.
Well, I had to come ask her for the money. He borrowed it from me, and I borrowed it from you.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
But,
another thing.
right.
So
that's my funny. That's my story.
Yeah, let's tell a story
Gullible
that
Dwight.
Last night, in a matter, it was.
No, we're not talking about that this time.
Well, I don't have any video of it. Let's just go ahead and share it. Okay. Well, in the next video, we'll share a story of how, in a matter of 5 minutes, we lost our stand-up board, paddle, our wash bucket, and our VHF radio. All in the middle of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. We were up scrambling around, and it was quite the cluster. But so I was going to talk a little bit about.
Happen.
I was going to talk a little bit. I was thinking the other day when your boat goes 6 miles an hour and you've got 90 miles to go, you have a lot of time to think, And I was thinking, so a funny thing happens when you're out here and you're motoring along and it's just mundane. It's just, 6 miles an hour and you're just chugging along, and you're sitting there and you'll hear you'll hear a funny knocking sound, or you'll feel a vibration, and you're thinking, what was that? And then you think, has that always been there? And I just hadn't noticed it, or just something new, and that's why I'm noticing it. So you sit there and you'll tune into it. Maybe your brain is just tuning into this sound. That's probably always been there, but you think something's going on with the boat. So then you rock along there, and after about 5 or 10 minutes, you get to thinking about something else, and then you think, well, what happened to that sound? And you try to get your brain to, so you don't know if you're going crazy or if it's something, probably both. Probably something going on with the boat, but solitude, yeah. Your mind plays tricks on you, because you get so tuned into this boat. You know what it's supposed to sound like. You know what it feels like. You can feel the vibration in the steering wheel, just if one engine's not quite the same RPM as the other, and then you hear something, and I don't know. Have you had that happen?
I think all the time, like,
what's that?
What is that?
What's that vibration?
Yeah.
Has that always been there?
Yeah, I always start to
Am I just now noticing it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or has it always been there and I've just never noticed it? Yeah.
Or both.
Or both. Anyway.
Anyway, well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and we will see you guys again soon. We'll make another video soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're having a great time. Bye-bye.
Hey, do I need to explain to you why they call it Sugar Beach?
Yes.
Well, it's not sugar cane. Okay, what's this? A Solstice pup plank. Shelly bought it online, hoping that it'll work, and it looks like it's going to work just fine. Come here, Molly. Come here.
Molly,
come here, show us how it works. Come here. She's like, I'm not coming up there because you will not let me get back in the water. Okay, go. Just fall off of it like an old fat lady. Now come on, come back up here. Come here. Ah, don't you chew on it. It works pretty good. Come here. Hey, come here and give us a full...
hey, Molly, with me.
Come here.
With me.
Give us a full walkthrough. Hey.
With me.
Come here.
With me.
Hey.
Up.
She is so stubborn. She's like, I'm not getting out of the water. Come here. Come on. Okay.
Good girl.
Now let's do it. Now. Okay, go. Go get in the water. She's not cooperating, but you get the sense it works.